Web3 TV.
Hello and welcome to Web3 TV. I'm Lisa Amnegard, and today we're at the Dubai AI Festival. And joining me right now is Felix Schaller, founder of Xixum. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Hello, thank you for inviting me here.
And you're one of the many startups that have flown in for this event. And I wanted to just first ask you about, how do you see Dubai as a startup hub or a place to grow an AI business?
I see it as to be very interesting, very vibrant, and you get a lot of offers here to incorporate, and there are some founders programs here in the free zones. I already had a little bit of research, but I will continue researching all the offers in the free zones, what they offer and how you can incorporate here.
And are you considering relocating to Dubai to continue your business?
Of course, because it's at the moment a very vibrant economy that wants to really be ahead of the evolution of artificial intelligence, and it's a bit different in Europe, where they are more restrictive and lots of laws, also many things you have to comply with, and it requires lots of assessment to really be compliant to all those new AI laws and stuff like that. And also Europe is not so they're not well known for their risk taking, so they're more reluctant in taking in terms of venture capital and all these parts. So
well, yes, the UAE itself, they have this vision that they want to become a global leader when it comes to AI and investing large sums of money into the sector. But I want to know more about Xixum. You've created a model that not only is an LLM, which most people have come used to with ChatGPT. So how is yours different? What can it do that others can't?
Yeah, so the difference of our solution is that it doesn't trust large language models, because they tend to hallucinate, and which actually means that these models, they only see the patterns and they respond according what their training data is. So they are a huge replication machine of internet content, while they are. Meanwhile, some of them, like DeepSeek, pretends they have reasoning, but honestly, they just iterate their outputs again into the input, so they have a bit more improved result. But we are going in a different direction, where we really create a semantic behind all the text prompts, so you have a really understanding or interpretation of the content itself. So it's not just pattern matching, but really understanding of the content itself. The entities you are dealing with, you create a context, and inside the context you're dealing with certain objects, and they create a relationship, and behind that there is a meaning. And so we create a formal model that tries to resolve the formal constraints inside your prompts. And it's not only about text, but it also works with data and digital twins. So when you have robots or autonomous driving, it also tries to create a context of all the object recognitions to really validate true positives from false positives, whether they fit in a certain context or not. So it's all about
semantics. There's a few things that I want to talk to you about. So first, one of the main challenges with LLMs is that they hallucinate and give inaccurate data.
Correct.
However, if we look at, let's say, OpenAI and even Perplexity and some of these, Anthropic, they do have reasoning capabilities. So what you're saying is that these reasoning capabilities are not actually reasoning?
Yeah, because they don't really interpret the meaning of the prompts, what you say. So the relationships between the certain entities and what it expresses at the end. So when you say, for instance, my application has to be user-friendly, you as a human would say, sorry, that is very vague, very abstract, and not very precise. A large language model will just hallucinate something which is statistically most fitting into what you're prompting.
Probability, because
the probability,
it's based on probability.
It's not what you want, because at the end the prompter, he was not giving you a clear instruction. So you as a human would reply, wait a minute, can you explain me what you mean under user friendliness? And now you have to determine the terms itself, the terminology of what is user friendliness in this context with more constraints.
This has been kind of the Achilles heel for many LLMs.
Excuse me?
It's been the Achilles heel for many LLMs.
Yeah, Achilles heel, of course.
That it doesn't really provide accurate answers. So in Xixum, how do you train these models so that they are, first of all, reasoning in the sense how we understand the word reasoning, and what kind of output can the customer expect?
Yeah, it's not really that you have to train these models, but they learn by usage. You formulate certain problems, and then when you formulate them once, you can reuse aspects of them in other contexts. So it's not like what you usually do in object recognition, for instance, you categorize certain input to certain terms like cat, dogs, whatever, tree, house, car.
So I just want to understand. So is this tailored for specific industries, or is it just
it's actually intended general purpose, because it's about reasoning, and it can process at the end anything. But at the beginning, we need to evolve first with business cases or business domains. They are more easy to enter. Let's say, for instance, requirements management, compliance management, and engineering, where you need a lot of all this cognitive logic to process. For instance, your text declaration, and you have certain laws, they change, and then you have to consider all these laws that how do you tax certain incomes differently, whether they fall under certain rules or something like that. So, and also to track the evolution of certain tax laws, and that would be the first market to enter. But our goal is to really develop an answer for any problem, because it's actually capable for...
So it's like a ChatGPT, but it just provides better answers that are more...
Yeah, it's intended
accurate.
to really argumented answers. So they have an argumentation chain, so you have a real, not only chain of thought, but really a kind of a reasoning chain that explains you, because of this condition, this applies, or condition, and so on.
Is it a B2C business, or is it for B2B?
It will, at the beginning, start as a B2B business, to evolve, to get first pilot clients, and also to in a way evolve technically, to prove their concepts, to get also the experience with the technology. So we started in those domains I mentioned, but it's actually intended to expand in any direction. So because it's about thinking at the end, so rational thinking.
And you're here at this the Dubai AI Festival. So how's the response been so far? Have you been speaking to other people?
I had a lot of contacts right now. Some are from the government. They want to do something like agents. They are going in this direction, and some other companies from India and South Korea. So I had lots of conversation. It's still it's the first day, so it will take time to get in touch with all the
It's exciting.
people.
There's so many people here. There's so much happening.
Very crowded.
Well, if somebody wants to know more about Xixum, how can they get in touch with you?
Yeah, they can go onto our website. It's xixum.org. And find me on LinkedIn and here on the Dubai AI Week.
Yeah, amazing. Well, thank you so much for speaking with me. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, too.
And I'll be bringing you more interviews. My name is Lisa Amnegard, and you're watching Web3 TV.
Web3.tv